Hello, hello, I'm the official name reader. My job is to look through the first page of Google, yeah that's right, that's what this is, review the nicknames tried by the internet, and then give my recommendations at the end. Today we're looking at Audino. Oh, that's right, it's not Audino, it's Indeedee. Though it's basically the same thing, it's kind of just that, but turned purple. Also, I feel like Indeedee is a nice example of if Nidoking and Nidoqueen were made in today's generations, they would have qualities like Esper, Meowstic, and Indeedee, where they would take up one slot rather than 6 slots in the Pokedex. And that's just such a fascinating thing to consider, how far Pokemon has changed over 30 years. Alright, I want to start this episode by just going over what the hell Indeedee is actually supposed to be, because I didn't know what the fuck it was either. And I still barely know what the fuck it is. But according to Bulbapedia, it's taken inspiration from like maids, butlers, housekeepings, and then like monsters that serve or some shit. So that I guess is the direction we're going with, which is why I'm going to do a quick little scroll through from Ranker. And the only two that I feel were worth highlighting are going to be Alfred and Jarvis. Alfred from Batman, Jarvis presumably from Iron Man. Neither one of those are worth a shit. They're just regular ass names, just like everything else on here. But that gave me the idea that if you wanted to like take that direction and retool it, maybe calling it like Siri or Alexa might be more modern. I would stick with Siri before Alexa, but just an idea if you want to make that sort of relation. But in other words, Ranker's got shit. It decides to work today, which is kind of annoying because this is where, you know, there's nothing to actually look at. As to where IceQ had stuff to look at, but it was filled with ads. Thanks, Ranker. Always being a pain in my ass. Goth Audino. Indeedee's nuts! This kind of just made me think Cosmo and Wanda for whatever fucking reason. Don't know why, but it did. Alfred, male. Alfred, male. Okay, cool. Navi I kind of like, just because that one's different at very least. There's Tinky Winky, which, I mean, yeah, that comes... I'm not going to say that comes to mind, because it never was at any point a thought that crossed my mind. I understand it because it's purple and odd looking, so sure, why not? Though, spoiler for you, when we eventually get to Gen 9, I do have Teletubby written down for Bellybolt as a nickname, so part of me is like, don't do Tinky Winky, save it for there, but I mean, fuck it, why not, who cares? Teletubby is the nickname itself, not after any of the 4 in specific. Only showing this just so you can take a quick look at it. There's nothing worth a shit on here, and you can tell because there's significantly less than those around it. But you could also just tell by looking at it and realizing all the suggestions there are garbage. Cool, well that's it. This has nothing to do with anything. This is just some fanfic shit. And it's not even relevant because this is just some trainer who has an Indeedee. That's Indeedee, that's nothing. And then, like, yeah, there wasn't anything here. I don't really have too high of Did we even go over 10 links? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Yeah. Okay, wow. Yeah, there wasn't shit. That was a huge disappointment. Yeah, literally the only thing I even had was just Siri. And then Cosmo, Wanda, and then... I feel like there was a different direction I was thinking about when looking at something else, but I can't remember what it was. Oh, I think I was thinking about like the idea of paired nicknames, kind of like Nidoking and Nidoqueen, or Plusle Minun, or something like that as an idea. But I feel like this is the same case with Meowstic, which maybe if I had to recommend an episode, check out Meowstic, even though I'm pretty sure Meowstic sucks shit as an episode. Because this is basically the same thing. It's a psychic type with 2 different appearances based off gender. And the thing is, you're not going to use 2 of them at the same time. Like, you could argue your way around Lunatone or Solrock, or maybe Nidoking, Nidoqueen, but you're just not going to use 2 Meowstic, you're not going to use 2 Indeedee. Plusle and Minun even makes more sense. So, I don't know. I don't really think the paired works, but if you want to, that's an idea. We do have a single comment suggestion. Earl Grey after the T, and Meowser. Cool. Alright, well, that wasn't shit either. So, yeah, Indeedee was a whole fucking flop, and I think the design was a whole fucking flop, and as a Pokemon, it's a whole fucking flop, so the legacy continues. What's Indeedee contributed? Jack shit. The one redeeming quality I feel it has is that it has Psychic Surge as a hidden ability, so that's pretty cool. But yeah, that's that. Any other ideas and suggestions you have, feel free to put in the comments below. Give thumbs up to the ones you think are good. If you have any idea for an Indeedee nickname at all, let's hear it, because nobody else does. And if they do, it's not particularly a good one, so you'll either fit in with them or you'll stand out from the crowd by having a good idea. Take your chances. Are you feeling lucky tonight, kid?